you. The men just came in. They've gone 21 matches under Hugo Broos unbeaten. And it's a new record for the national team, by the way.
He was chasing the Sheikh's Mashaba record, and now yet to qualify for a World Cup in a long time. The last time we were there was 2020, isn't it?
2020 as a whole. 2010.
No, 2022.
2010.
No, in fact, 2002 when we qualified.
Yeah, they qualified as 2002. Yeah. The last time we were in the World Cup, 2010.
No, 2010. We were not there. We were just hosting. Remember, we didn't pick up any decent points.
I tell you now, the other matches on the go at the moment. Togo leading by 1 goal to nil against Sudan. Cape Verde against Cameroon, still goalless in an encounter. Burkina Faso, Egypt. That's a big game. Egypt win this one, they will therefore join the other two. North African country Tunisia already qualified. The first one to do so, Morocco. 7 out of 7, Maffa. 21 goals scored and only 2 conceded. Morocco mean business.
Yeah, in fact, you don't just leave it at that, at Morocco, 7 out of 7. Bruno, they have qualified for the World Cup.
Yeah, the first one to do so. Yeah. As I was saying, there are 2 nations from the north to have qualified. Morocco the first, Tunisia joining them. Now Kenya today, Benny McCarthy's side, won by 5 goals to nil in their match that was played later on today against Seychelles. So that's another one. DR Congo against Senegal, another big match in Group B, because the winner of that game will know that they are now the ones sitting on top of the group and will be looking to continue their fine form. Sierra Leone defeating Ethiopia by 2 goals to nil. In the other game, Namibia winning by 3 goals to nil. Shalulile scoring a brace I saw the last time I checked there. Niger winning against Tanzania by 1 goal to nil. Already mentioned. And then Rwanda 1-0 winners. What a big game. Ghana against Mali yesterday.
Yeah, well, big games indeed. And the countries are really going for it. But talking about Kenya winning against Seychelles, remember what happened the last game? What was it, Friday? Yeah. When Benny McCarthy lost by an odd goal. Oh, he was shell-shocked, remember? And he's like, what was that?
Now, Benny McCarthy's side on the day, I mean, they lost 3, Mark. It was 3-1.
3, in fact, 3-1. They scored that consolation goal last minute when it was about 3-0 or something.
So this ball connected now on the left-hand side of the field. It is Iobi playing the ball to middle park. Tackle coming in, nothing wrong with the referee. Lukman goes in wide right-hand side. Here comes the freshman, Samuel, moving on forward. Samuel towards the penalty area for Nigeria. He's got 2 players around him, double teaming on him, and the battle is on. South Africa win the ball. Asuna Paulus alongside him. They do get the ball to Mbogazi coming across to get the ball of him.
Giving the ball away, I don't mind, but winning it like this shows a lot of determination from Bafana. I mean, look at Mbogazi. He's a strong boy. Assisted by Apollos.
Now, Apollos arriving to help him out because they're a double team now. There's a bit of a tussle happening on the field of play now. Batusi Obas is coming in. His name is Jury. And he's not acting like a jury at the moment.
No, the jury is not out.
So there the referee will come across and really deal with this one here. Before the match kicked off, let's tell you about the man in charge for today. Today's encounter, we do know. As soon as I saw his name, I was like, oh my word. That's the man that did the unthinkable at the AFCON tournament. Pierre Gislan Acho from Gabon, assisted by Boris Litoga, also from Gabon. And then there's got Amos Sandong, as well as Fleury. There is Mwakani, also coming in. Mike Letty, those are the ones in charge of today's match. He was in charge of the game so far, involving Nigeria in these World Cup qualifiers when they lost by 2-1 against Benin. He was the man in charge of that encounter. We all remember what happened in that last 16 match at the AFCON tournament, don't we?
Oh yes, the referee with a lot of question marks. Lot of question marks.
Here's a chance now. Ball collector Nigeria trying to go forward, and a tackle coming in, and there. It's just a lot of fight already happening on the field of play. Ngezane showing exactly Lukman, yeah. It's not going to happen today.
But Ngezane had the ball. Instead of controlling the ball, moving it up front or upfield, he just started to body check, looking for Lukman. I mean, just play the ball. Keep it clean.
So yellow cards going the way of both players, Lukman and Ngezane. Getting unnecessary yellow cards, I have to say. In my opinion, for this one, Ngezane should have just continued after having cleared the ball, but he didn't clear the ball. He went in and started attacking the player, and the ref was not far from the action. And that's really necessary from Ngezane.
After winning it clean, he won it clean.
Ball was won cleanly, so Lukman did something, he retaliated. That's more the reaction from him than anything else from the referee.
Was always going to be war, Brian. I mean, the tackles are flying. The players are just charged up.
Lyle Foster, left-hand side of the field for South Africa. Laying the ball short this time before we go for a net break. Over the center, they've gone, lining up 2 players. Long ball. Nkota brings the ball down. Right at the edge. 2 players around him in Nkota. Dazzle moves away from one, playing the ball short. Outside the penalty, a nice one too. Right at the edge, Batusi Obas gets the return ball. Goes in across towards the right-hand side. Stolen by the Nigerians right in the penalty area. Pressure on Samuel. Ball collected again. South Africa. Shooting. Saved by the goalkeeper. Beautiful shot. Well saved by the keeper. Nigeria go forward. And the ref has blown his whistle. Let's go back for a net break. We'll come back.
Losing a loved one is hard, and funeral costs can add up quickly. With an affordable One Life Insurance funeral policy, cover up to 16 family members for up to 50,000 Rand each on one policy, and get free grocery, headstone and repatriation benefits. Be the one to give your family a beautiful send-off. SMS cover to 48461. That's cover to 48461. One Life Insurance Limited is a licensed life insurer and FSP. T's and C's online. Standard rates apply.
EFC's heavyweight title fight is live this Thursday. Elvis Moyo, the legend, a name whispered in the halls of greatness.
Elvis is the heavyweight champion of the EFC.
Now stands on the edge of his greatest enemy, Mutunga Jikasa. Triple H enters the Hex with a score to settle. Now redemption is on the line. EFC is live this Thursday from the World Sports Betting Arena. Watch it on SABC Sport Channel on DTT Channel 4 from 7 p.m. Brought to you by SABC Sport.
Welcome back. 20 minutes of football played already. South Africa against Nigeria. Still the score line remains goalless. Apollos almost opened the scoring. It was a very good ball played in the penalty area. Did all the hard work and then took a shot. Luckily for the Nigerians, Stanley Nwabali was standing by and he might have fumbled it the first time, but Lyle Foster already seen an offside position, unable to capitalize on it, and put the ball into the back of the net. This is match number 63 for South Africa as far as World Cup qualifiers are concerned. They've won the previous 36 of the previous 62 they played, and looking at their home record, South Africa, it has been exceptional. But here comes Simon on the left-hand side of the field for Nigeria, going on the line. He's up against a very strong player, right, fighting for the ball, and to us the corner flag, and that is Mtunyelwa. Knocks the ball off his shins. Ball goes out, goal kick South Africa.
That's good defending. Winning the ball, being calm, knowing that he can't dribble past the opponent. He looked around and said, I'm not going for a corner. Let me just bounce the ball off his shins.
South Africa, it is indeed, you can see there, he is pumped up. He is very happy with his performance so far, Mtunyelwa. He was not a starter. Nico Mobi was. Nico got injured. He never looked back.
Remember the Real Madrid defender, Rudiger? Yeah. He started all this, the pumped up thing after tackling. And all defenders are doing that now.
Indeed, the ball collected on the left-hand side of the field still. The scoreline remains goalless between the two nations. Nigeria is only one of 4 nations to have come to South Africa in World Cup qualifiers and win a match against South African World Cup qualifiers. Lyle Foster cuts inside. Foster still going. Foster laying the ball short, left-hand side, off the field, but far in the penalty area. Cut back! Miscued! Foster arriving too late. Ball cleared away.
I like what I see, Brian, because now all the white shirts are packed at the back. They're defending, and Bafana are comfortable on the ball, attacking relentlessly from the left, from the right. They just need to get someone who can instantly pounce on that ball that's been bubbling around the box.
It's been that for the longest of time so far in this encounter. Still looking for the first goal to be scored here. The 4 nations have come and won matches in South African backyard. In previous World Cup qualifiers, the rain start to come down a bit here at the Free State Stadium. The one country, the first one was Ghana 2005. 2-0 they won their game. Nigeria 1-0 in 2008. Cape Verde Island did it in 2017, as well as Senegal 2-1 and 2-0 respectively for the two countries that came to win here. Other 4 drew matches, 24 victories for Bafana of 32 matches that have played at home in World Cup qualifiers. Here they are now on the left-hand side of the field. Ball collected here. Apollos in possession for Bafana. Looking up. Super Eagles trying to get the ball back. It collected here. It is a short one played in over the center of the gone. 2 players on the inside, 1 on the outside. Played the ball wide. Left-hand side of the field. Run being made. And good recovery coming from Samuel.
Could have played it earlier. That's the time when he was not noticed, and Samuel realized that the man lacking on over my shoulder. And if it was played earlier, he was just going to keep sprinting, but he wasn't sure whether it will be played or not.
Still the scoreline remains. The goal is between the two nations. Man in charge here of the Nigerian national team, Eric Shell. He was born in Cote d'Ivoire but played for Mali before eventually becoming a coach himself. As a man that played his football most of the time in France, does have nationality of French as well to go with it at the same time. Played his football mostly. Lance, the likes of Chamois played for as well, amongst other teams that he played for. But as far as Mali national team is concerned, he was coached in France before eventually coming to Africa. Coached the likes of Boulogne, also coached Mali after they knocked out in the quarterfinals of the AFCON. That's when they let him go. He joined and went to play. Or rather, coach MC Oran in Algeria before joining Nigeria on the 7th of January 2025. He comes here under immense pressure, Marfa, because he was in charge of the Chan team that lost by 4 goals to nil amongst other matches against Sudan. Yes, South Africa, ball played Mohankota, penalty, cut in! Oh, into the back of the net! It's an own goal! A beautiful ball played in by Mohankota, hard and low. Standing by it was Lyle Foster, and then a Kwong coming across. Could do nothing, Mafa.
Couldn't do anything. That's the pace that I was talking about. Attacking from the left, attacking from the right. This time, the cross came from the right. Nkota whipped it on the ground and not even caring whether it was a yellow shirt or not. But it just came across the captain, and unfortunately, he scored a beauty.
What a beautiful own goal scored by Troster Kong, finding the back of the net. South Africa lead here by 1 goal to nil. Mohankota scored in the previous game, supplied a deadly pass this time around The ball released to its team there was from Mukwena towards him, and it all ends up in the back of the net. South Africa go 1-0 up.
Wow, Nwabali couldn't do anything about that. No keeper was going to stop that. And he finished it with the laces, just sweeping it into the back of the net. I think it caught him on his stride, and he didn't know what to do, that Saikong.
You already knew there was a player inside of him, which was Lyle Foster standing by. All he had to do was try and do something. Mohamed Kota enjoying life. He's playing in Saudi Arabia. But I tell you one thing, he's really enjoying every moment.
Do you count that as Kota's assist? How does it work?
It's always been the story around it to say, how does it work at the end of the day? It is the second time an own goal is scored in World Cup qualifiers for South Africa. Over the years, Mohamed Kota getting the ball, middle of a park, playing the ball short towards Obas in the middle of a park. To remember the man Ketani Kebete, when South Africa played against Ethiopia 1-0, the scoreline was, he scored an own goal for South Africa. So Mohamed Kota supplying this one here across the Kong, putting the ball into the back of the net. Now South Africa leading here by 1-0. The last time the two nations met, it was South Africa who also managed to find the back of the net, but now Nigeria came back and fought very strongly to eventually get a draw in the encounter. South Africa scored on the 29th minute on the day as they found the back of the net through Themba Zwane, and it was Oluwafisayo Farouk Dele Bushiru who found the back of the net. Bashiru found the back of the net with an equalizer, assisted there by Alex Iwobi. Stepele Lorada, I beg you pardon, Stoller was the man that played us for South Africa. Throw in for Basi, Nigeria.
How's that for defending from Tunyelwa? He didn't know what to do. He didn't know what trick was coming out of the back, and he just kneeled down and stretched one leg and cleared it out for a throw-in.
Here's a long ball played into the penalty. Nigeria trying to find the equalizer. Mohamed Kota coming to help on the defense. Ball cleared by him, collected by Mukwena. Mukwena penetrated him to Nyelwa now. Sends it wide to the right hand side of the field. Standing by it is Master Chef Sipombule. Does speed his marker easily. Sipombule leaving the ball to Nkota. Trying to get the ball to Sipombule again. And a free kick given because he was stopped by Basi on his run. And Basi's livid. He feels there's nothing wrong with the challenge.
But then also, Mbule is lucky because he was not going to get there.
I knew that, he was never going to get there.
And Kota should know his teammate. He should have just played it to fit, but he just played it into space.
And I tell you there, Calvin Chinedu Basi is the man that's penalized.
No,
he's 25-year-old.
What is he complaining about, Basi? He went for him.
Yeah, he did go, but I tell you one thing for sure, I knew Mbule was never going to get there. I think Basi was never going to take a chance at all. He made sure he get the ball off him.
Well, you and I know, but he doesn't know that.
Here's the ball collected by Mbogazi on the left-hand side. Connected in the middle of the park again. Long ball played in towards the left-hand side. Run in made here. Apollos coming back from an offside position. South Africa back again, rotating the ball back towards the right-hand side of the field. Gezana standing by. Gezana Mtunyelwa. Mtunyelwa looking up for South Africa. 1-0 the scoreline. Bafana leading. Again, the Super Eagles of Nigeria. The long ball played over the center. Run in made. Get away this time around by Benjamin Fred. Into the center circle. Collected now on the left-hand side of the field by South Africa again. Here they are now. Ball played on the line. Run in made. And it is. Lyle Foster can't get there.
Brian, you know the most interesting thing that Bafana is leading Nigeria by an odd goal, and you promised to rattle where these Nigerian players are playing. So it just shows you that playing somewhere where it's at high level, it doesn't matter. It's the heart on the day, and that's what Bafana are showing so far.
It's been one of those, I've got to tell you, the squad of Nigeria. You're going to talk about players that are playing outside of Nigeria, all of them, bar two players in this Nigerian team that they do have for this World Cup qualifiers. One is playing his football in Tanzania, and the other one is playing for Chippa United. The rest of them are all based in Europe, or Israel, or Greece, anywhere in Europe, but they're not placed in Africa, just to show the sort of talent they have in the Nigerian squad. But they always say football is playing the field of play, Martha.
Yeah, in fact, we emphasize that because they are a galaxy of stars, they even forget to work hard for each other.
Sometimes when you have too many stars, they outshine each other. You need to have one of those going to be a star, the others must follow. Sutie Kenyere Swele fans have found their verses. Tibakamo, Mafa.
That's the one that you will never miss when you get to Free State.
For today's match, Victor Osimhen not available. Got injured, the Galatasaray man got injured in the previous match against Rwanda. They still have a very good player on the bench, a very dangerous player, Tolu Orukadora is a man that might be bringing in a Philippe later on today. Did come in, just signed recently, plays for Wolverhampton Wanderers. His team is signed for the 1st of September. You have to make him a performance for the Mafia.
Yeah, in fact, they're talking about Olukadora. That's the man that we are obviously expecting him to come in and try to level matters. But that being said, South Africa leading by an odd goal, Brian. Look at it this way. This is the South Africa that when we started, we just thought, anything can happen. And then you talk about Ndiela, you talk about so-and-so, and then you look at those names, Lookman, who's playing out in Italy, and all that, and you think, wow. But on the pitch, they haven't really rose to the occasion, even in the past, if you look at them.
Just talk about the players. I mean, Faso Dele Bashir, who plays for Lazio in Italy. Talk about Lookman himself, we just mentioned, Mafa, play for Atalanta. One of the players to talk about the starting 11 today. Other players talk about Moses, plays in Paris, plays for Paris, and that is where he plays football. And you also have, there is Desires, playing football for Panathinaikos in Greece, among the starters here today for the Nigerian team. Wilfred Ndidi for Besiktas, he is in the starting 11. And Calvin Bassi plays for Fulham, amongst other players who do have in the starting 11. And then also play for Dende, playing his football there. You also have Birmingham City player Bright, Osayi Samuel, talking about the captain of the side, plays for Al Khulud in Saudi. So it is a huge team when you talk about them on paper. They should beat anybody, but football is playing a field of play. Here comes the ball. Ronan Williams rotates the ball, pinning wide to the left-hand side of the field as they look up now, trying to send a long one. Do send a long ball over the centre. Basi standing by, brings the ball down, collected again. Right-hand side of the field. South Africa, Mtunyelwa under pressure, and Basi does well, stays his ground and gets the ball back. Simon, Middle Park, ball collected by Nigeria. Forced away this time, pressure on the man on the ball. Cleared out, goes out of play. Will be a free win to the Nigerians.
Truth be told, the injury to Aina has really created the gap on the right hand side where the goal was scored, Brian, because you know that with him, he was going to be going up and down, whipping in the crosses, closing down Gota, but it's not the case now.
Basi is the man on the ball, playing the ball to his captain Ekong inside the penalty area. Does go in wide towards the right hand side of the field. It's also been a story that's come out in Nigeria. Nigerians are saying that most of these players, because most are not born in Nigeria, so don't really have what it takes to be Nigerians. So they don't really have the heart to play for Nigeria. But I've got to say they go to the final of the Biakon Mafa. Got to keep it to them. Here's the ball. Mwankota making a run on the shoulder of Basi. Just behind him, looking for the ball this time around. It is collected here by Ngezana. Knocked on, collected by Iwobi. Outside the penalty, marching on for Nigeria. Center circle, played in wide towards the right hand side of the field. Pressure on the middle of the ball. It is Osuna Paul is trying to get the ball back. Collected, rotated wide, right hand side for the Nigerians. Looking for options, coming from deep to get the ball eventually. It is collected wide. It was played by Dele Bashiru. All the way back this time towards Ekong on the left hand side. Going wide towards Basi. Basi on the left hand side of the field as well. Going in over the center, collected by Simon. Simon back into the center of second, collected by Iwobi. Iwobi all the way back to the goalkeeper, Stanley Nwabali. 33 minutes of football have come and gone. South Africa leading by 1-0 against Nigeria. Nations are looking to book their tickets. 9 group winners will qualify automatically. And then the 4 nations who will be finished in second as the best runners-up will play in a playoff matches to decide the one nation that will represent F in the FIFA playoff tournament. Those
playoffs will be played all in one day, isn't it?
No. Which one?
The ones to qualify for the World Cup to determine who the last
Here's the ball now. There's a Lucas ball now collected by Lyle Foster into the penalty. That goes in and loses ground. Ball is eventually collected and played wide towards the far side. It was a great run going forward, but he ran out of ground. And steam as well, Lyle Foster. The support and really good recovery there from Benjamin to get the ball back. Sipombule, Middle Park, ball played in. Tackle coming in to get the ball. Nothing wrong, says the referee. Get up. Onto the left-hand side, Desires. Fairly was fouled, but referee said no. Osuna Paul is cutting inside for South Africa. Laying the ball short. Sipombule. Bule does find support in his own half. In fact, just over the center half of Nigerian half of the field on the left-hand side of the field. Paid across the center circle into the Bafana half of the field finally.
That was good refereeing, Brian. I mean, the ball went away because he caught the ball and he just wanted to pretend to be Egypt, the Nigerian man. It doesn't work like that. That's solid refereeing.
So far, I think he knew that maybe these referees do check on social media as well, because as soon as his name was mentioned, everybody started saying, oh my word, there comes problem, there comes trouble.
But doesn't he want to atone for what happened last time, because he got suspended for that?
So look at the ball played forwards, and challenges from Lyle Foster, fighting for the ball, Lyle Foster, but well done. Basi does keep the ball easily, collected at the back here for the Nigerians. It is Benjamin playing the ball short towards the middle of the park here. Didi in possession. Ekong does collect the ball on the right hand side for the Nigerians. Over the center of the goal on the right hand side. Lukman is calling for the ball outside the center circle. Try and get to it. Does get the ball eventually. Paid wide towards Samuel. Samuel under pressure. All the way back towards Ekong in the zone half. Seen flank to the left hand side. Benjamin is standing by. Nigeria in their own half now towards the center circle. Looking for options over the center. Stolen by Mtunyelwa. Mtunyelwa to Sipombule. Bule holds off. He is Maka just behind him. Running mate on the left hand side. Does get the ball in. There to the left hand side of the field. It is Kabini. Kabini whips the ball in. And good interception coming from Nigeria to stop the ball before it actually got to the intended recipient.
Hugo Bros Brown made the best decision to start with Mbule. He's so comfortable on the ball, he's strong, he's cocky, and you need such players that are cocky on the ball and always doing the right thing.
Tell you, DR Congo are doing the job there. They packed the stadium in their home country, leading by 2-0 against Senegal.
Sadio Mane and company.
They are doing the job at home. I mean, I saw the pictures 2 hours before kickoff. The stadium was packed to the rafters, Mafa. Here's the ball collected. Obas to the middle park. Sipon Bule. Bule 10 defines in Kota. Kota goes over the center. Basi watching Kota very well. Basi against Nkota. Pushes on. And the ref gives a free kick.
How was that push? He didn't even steal it. Just like literally push.
It is tough at the office, Mafa, when you realize that you try and get the ball off of your position as much as you can. So there will be semi-finals played, Mafa, of the playoffs. Then you get into the final. But the dates are yet to be announced. I know they're going to happen in November. But the ones for the FIFA one is going to happen in March. But as we address rehearsal for the actual World Cup matches, they're happening between the 23rd and the 31st of March, 26th or 21st, around there in the month of March next year, as a build-up to the actual World Cup.
Have you noticed that there'll be a lot of international football back-to-back, especially in the continent, given that the AFCON is now in November, December, Brian?
It's indeed a lot to talk about as well. In between that, World Cup qualifiers happening all over. So let's have a look at the scoreline now. 1-0, South Africa still leading. 38 minutes of football played. Let's pay some bills. We'll come back with more of the action.
All right, South Africa, listen now. Ready to save? Here's the number you need to know. 622. Budget insurance brings savings to you. Remember this number. It's easy to do. 622. That's right. Save up to 622 Rand per month when you switch to Budget today. Switch now at budgetinsurance.co.za. Budget is a licensed non-life insurer and FSP. T's and C's online. Savings based on 2025 independent research. The official insurer for good South Africans.
2024 finalists Amabakania and Stellies meet again in the 2025 final. Black and White targets their 4th consecutive victory, while Maroon and Gold want to be crowned champions. This is the MTN 8 final. Catch Orlando Pirates versus Stellenbosch FC on Saturday 13 September at 5 p.m. Live on SABC2 and SABC Plus. Also available on SABC radio stations at 6 p.m. Proudly brought to you by SABC Sport. For the love of the game.
South Africa, get ready. Kenny G performs live at the Super Bowl Sun City, Friday, October 3rd. Experience his timeless hits and pure magic. Tickets selling fast at webtickets.co.za. Kenny G. October 3rd, webtickets.co.za. Brought to you by Breakout Events and Radio 2000.
Welcome back to the first half of this World Cup qualifier match between South Africa and Nigeria. Match day 8 for the two nations. Corner kick has been given to Nigeria. On the ball is Lukman. He is looking up, trying to line up one into the penalty area. Players arriving. Basi has gone forward. Samuel is there as well. The other player eventually arriving in the penalty area. Benjamin is there as well. There's a little pushing and shoving. Didi is also there. And now the referee is trying to control things at the moment. Actually now there's pushing and shoving in the penalty area. One just hope we're not going to be able to get a soft penalty given because of that. That's another push. Long ball played in. It get away. Lyle Foster for South Africa. Running main on left hand side. Get away by Nigeria. Quick recovery. Get a ball out.
But Basi did that right in front of the referee. The referee thought, I've had enough. I'm just going to let it go.
I mean, also saw the game between Rwanda and Nigeria. I mean, Stanley Nwabali going on tackles and elbows all over the place. And a lot of people are actually complaining about that. But nothing happened. Got away with it. And they're playing here today. Let's have a look at this ball now. Collected by Kabini for South Africa. Throwing the ball. And a bit of a shove there. Nothing wrong, said the referee. Collected by Ekong. Ekong playing the ball to Iwobi in the middle of the park. Iwobi playing the ball across to the left hand side. Daddy Simon standing by. He looks for support. Basi making a run on his outside. Long ball into the penalty and Gezani standing by. Gezani does fight and a corner kick has been given. 2 minds to go for the ball, Mafa. And almost got himself caught out there and going Gezani.
One word I wanted to use there is undecided. That indecision almost paid him. Just.
It is indeed here. The ball collected. Lukman putting pressure on him. Corner kick given to the Nigerians now. 1-0 the scoreline remains at the moment. Try and keep your breast with all that matches that are happening at the moment around. Here's a long ball. Paid in. Keeper comes out, but goes back towards his line. And Ngesani does save the ball himself. Another corner kick, Nigeria.
That's good defending. Mukwena did exactly what we always talk about. When a player goes, he just goes all in. Throws his body. I mean, other players, Brian, they come running and stand and allow the opponent to play the cross. That is good defending.
Togo still leading by 1-0. Senegal have pulled one back 2-1. The scoreline is now against DR Congo in a Group B encounter. A crucial match, I have to say. Long ball again. Header away, South Africa. Yes, Oswin Paul is trying to get to the ball. Challenge, nothing wrong with the referee. Long ball played in. One quarter standing by. And Stanley Nwabali ready to work. Here's the danger at the back.
Super keeper there. Did very well, Nwabali. He's not, in fact, that's a role that Williams plays a lot. But not him. But he told us that Williams is his role model.
Indeed, came out and ready well and put the ball away. And Quarter was on site and marked. But the goalkeeper did his job and get the ball away. Still 1-0. The scoreline remains between the two nations. South Africa leading here at home at the Free State Stadium in Bloemfontein. Long ball, Mtunyelwa, middle of the park, over the center, ball collected again. Mukwena giving the ball, collected again, South Africa. It is in Gezana, sent it over the center, long ball played in. Nobody comes out, under pressure. Eventually does get to the ball. I have to say that his teammate was cheating on thin as Mapa.
In fact, nobody himself also didn't know whether to go or not, because the teammate might have even headed the ball towards him only when he came to collect it.
Here's a chance here now, collected by Nigeria. Basi in possession. Iwobi, middle of the park, goes over the center. Iwobi, laying a short pass, a nice return ball. Basi still going forward. Nigeria putting pressure. Ball collected by Mtunyelwa, give the ball away. Lukman looks up. Lukman still looking. Lukman goes in wide towards the right hand side of the field. South Africa under pressure this time around. It is Kabini trying for the ball. Long ball across. Pushed into the back of the net. It is Basi who has found the back of the net, climbing all over. South Africa skating on thin ice. 1-1 the scoreline.
That was very unnecessary. He was just on the corner, tightly marked. Lukman played that cross. But then, did you see how Williams was in 6s and 7s? He didn't know whether to go to the ball, to the near post, or come back. He was not well positioned for that. And typical, when the cross comes like that and you are a goal down, Brian, you throw bodies in there.
Tell you one thing, Kabini tried to marshal instead of taking the tackle. He stood too long, and I tell you, that hand just been stretched out. You're going to talk about Mtunyelwa there. Didn't challenge for the ball, Mappa.
No.
Played low instead of going up to challenge for the ball. And Basi arriving late, went over the head of everybody. Literally climbing over his teammates and everybody to put the ball into the back of the net.
He wasn't going to stay away for that one. In fact, it can still be a... It came off his hand.
Into the back of the net.
And where's the VR?
There's none. I tell you now. Big question, Nigerian celebrators, South Africans asking questions. The header came in, the hand finished it off into the back of the net. And it is 1-1 the scoreline. South African players have their hands up to say it's a handball. And I tell you, the ref is not interested at all. The question is, game continues. There's Mr. Acho. Saying nothing wrong with that. It's a goal given to Nigeria. Kutan, Mwankota, nice ball, return ball to him. Kota into the penalty area. Cross-paid by him. Long one, Bas is standing by. Nobali saves on the line.
And now Foster and Co are not happy because that's when Kota tried one of those orthodox shots. Could have played it to them.
The chance here, the pressure coming out, I've got to say. Bassi on the 44th minute, finding the equalizer. There'll be a huge debate around the handball or not. That's a story for another day. We're going to talk about it, and Vieira is not here, Mafa. That's a problem.
Now, not a problem. I'll tell you why I say not a problem. Rules are rules, man, and the rules are simple. That ball came from his head.
But it was, if you look at the header, when it came off,
it was going a different direction. So he changed the direction.
The hands changed the direction completely. The ball was going out. The hand changed the direction into the back of the net.
So, in fact, it's the effect that that hand resulted the goal into, or the ball into.
Putting to the ball now, left-hand side of the field. It is Simon. South Africa now under pressure. Nigeria trying to find their second goal. Iwobi at the edge. Challenge coming in. Get the ball back again, South Africa. Mohankota has come to help out. It's a challenge from Bassi. Mohankota sends the ball center circle. Collected and played short this time. Middle Park collected by Sipombule. Shows me the ball won by Nigeria now. They can march on forward. They do have possession. Lukman in possession. Laying a short pass outside the penalty area. The ball played across towards Desert. Desert playing the ball and support coming in this time around. Collected by Simon. Simon back again. Outside the penalty area. It is Ndidi in possession. Laying the ball short outside the penalty area. Again there. Ball played in. Miscued. Collected again by the Nigerians right at the edge. And looking for support here. Dele Bashiru looking, standing by, header away from Ngezana, collected by Samuel. Nigeria putting everything forward. Iwobi in possession. Iwobi short ball, collected after the penalty. Dele Bashiru looking for a shot. He's forced wide, right hand side of the field. Again rotating the ball. South Africa under pressure, allowing Nigeria to come at them. Iwobi, long ball from him, and Simon keeps the ball in play. 1-1 the scoreline. Lukman to Simon. Simon goes in on the inside, on the outside. Cross-played in by him, blocked again by the South Africans. Bassi's ball collected by Iwobi. Iwobi goes in wide on the left-hand side of the field. Simon, Daddy Simon, in possession. Lowering the ball into the path of Bassi. Bassi gets in there but can't get the ball. And a goal kick South Africa. Let's get a summary of the first half.
Oh, it's been a first half that started so well for Bafana, and then getting that goal across from Kota, and then an own goal from Mekong. But then they just lost control, Bafana, instead of just keeping the momentum going. And they thought they will get a second. But instead, the equalizer came from the big man Bassi, who just dived on top of everybody. But generally, it's a game that Bafana are controlling. Except the last 5 minutes when Nigeria was all over them.
1-1 the scoreline. It is all game match. And said, I'm going to tell you one thing, Tabiso. We expected drama, and we're getting plenty of that and more. That goal will be having a lot of people asking questions around it as to where is VAR. Tabiso.
Yes, Brian, where is VAR? Because if there was VAR, even in the last game with Nigeria and Rwanda, Nwabali would have been
is the one they've been going to try come off the bench and score goals for them. Talking about Emmanuel Tolu Arokodare. He's the man just came in, 24 years of age. He just signed a contract recently for Wolverhampton Wanderers in the EPL or the Premier League. So he's playing his 6th match today for Nigeria. Already scored twice in a 1-1 draw scoreline against Russia. He also is the man that scored the winner in the game they played against Rwanda, the 1-0 score line that is on Saturday. He scored a goal in the 51st minute of that encounter. So he comes off the bench now for Trost. Yekong, the captain, has made way. Hugo Bross not happy at all with the tackle on Lyle Foster. The free kick has been given the other way around with Hugo Bross. Not a happy man at all. He's very much animated on the bench, but he feels that it was, in fact, a foul, should have been a foul against Samuel, because he caught Lyle Foster at the back, and the ref has given it the other way around as a free kick. So let's see now what will be the story in the second half of this two nation. Nigeria, if the game does end this way, they'll be sitting on 11 points. South Africa sitting on 17 points, and that is 6 more than the team that is just below them. Talking about the nation has just won their game earlier on today. So you know that Benin also in action in the other matches that are taking place. So a lot to play for, a lot to fight for. Yellow card coming out against Batusi Obas. So Benin Lesotho at 9 p.m. That's when the game will start, Mafa.
Yeah, Brian, one thing that I don't understand is when your teammate is running wide, just closer to the line, and you play him a pass and you play it behind him. I mean, why did Mbule just play the ball into space? Those are basics. You play the ball to force your teammate to run to it, not behind him.
Yellow card going the way of South Africa. A second player for Bafana yellow carded today. Already the other one, it is Ngezana. In this match, one yellow card has gone the way of Nigerian player, and that is to Lukman. So far in this match. So that these have to be looked at very closely, Mafa, because there's another issue with yellow cards. 2 yellow cards issued against Ebo Mukwena. And that's what Nigeria were all talking about since the coach arrived in the country. His focus has always been about that, nothing else. Here's a ball collected here by Opolis for South Africa. Paying the ball back towards Ngezana. Ngezana bringing the ball across, this time looking for options. Paying the ball back again towards the left-hand side of the field. Collected here by Mbogazi. Mbogazi under pressure, paying the ball back to his goalkeeper, Ronan Williams, in goals. Just conceded today, Ronan Williams for Bafana. Talk about the number of goals conceded in totality in his Bafana career because today he's playing his 54th match for Bafana. That's goal number 51 he has conceded in Bafana colours, to go with a total of 20 clean sheets in Bafana colours for Ronan Williams. So as far as the World Cup qualifiers, South Africa letting in a few goals as well at the same time.
Yeah, but I'm sure where we are unkind, it's on his debut when he conceded the 5 goals from Neymar.
Yeah, that was something. That's against Brazil at the FNB Stadium. But I always say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
And he's stronger.
He has risen and become the best by far. And also from a goalkeeping point of view, he's really doing well. That is Ron Williams for Bafana. Ball collected at the back. Apol is making a run for it. Didi fighting for the ball again. And Didi clears the ball, takes it out. Will be a throw in South Africa, left-hand side off the field.
I like what I see now in Nigeria under pressure, because when the game ended, that's when South Africa was right at the back, pushing, having their backs against the wall.
Here's a chance now for the men just came onto the field of play for the Nigerian. Step over, goes on the outside, goes on the inside, trying to take a shot! And he does get a shot, it goes across the face of goal. He's a beast. The Nigerians are talking about him, saying he's the man who talk about Lukman. They create a chance ball goal wide, and they got into the penalty area. Really, Emmanuel Tolu Arokodare almost made it 2-1 to Nigeria. Almost made it 2-1 to Nigeria. A product of Kash Academy, Nigeria.
He's tall, he's big, he's quick.
Most Nigerians have spoken and said that he's the man to talk about. Forget Victor Boniface. He's the one that everybody's talking about and saying he's the man to take us forward now. 5 matches, 2 goals already, almost maybe 3. And it's only been play for 5 minutes, Mark.
Yeah, even better than Osimhen.
Way better. It's a bully of note. Ball collected right inside of the field. Here they are now going forward. Dele Bashiru, cut inside Dele Bashiru, into the penalty area, ball played in. Lookman getting there, cleared away. Just in the nick of time.
Glad he didn't look around, Lookman. Otherwise we were going to be in trouble, and that's when the ball was cleared away. As he was turning.
Kabini is struggling, Mafu. On the left-hand side of defense, Kabini is struggling. He's unable to impose himself on any player at the moment. Nigerians are looking to use that side where he's defending to try and rip in a cross. That's where the cross came from for the goal to the score also. Should have cleared the ball first time around, did not do so, and the ball eventually was whooped in because he wanted to guide the player.
Instead of doing what he did to Aina.
That's indeed what he
Just
did.
nail him.
Chancey ball collected. Samuel wins the ball. Apollos trying to fight for the ball back. Goes out, will be a throw in on the right hand side of the field for the Nigerians. 51 minutes of football played. Now there, he's fighting to get the ball from the bench of Bafana Bafana. There is Samuel. Bright Samuel. There's no love lost between the two nations, I tell you. That's something for sure.
Yeah, but for what is at stake, I don't expect guys to be exchanging roses.
Yeah. Brad Osayi Samuel, 27 years of age, playing for Birmingham City, 25th cap for his national team today. So he's the man there to make way. The most senior player in the squad has left the field of play, and Moses Simon is the senior, by the way, ahead of their captain also, Moses Simon. 84th cap for him today for the Nigerian national team. He's the player that was getting involved in that.
Was teasing him.
Long ball played for South Africa, making around Osuna Paulus, cleared away only as far as the South African player goes out of play. Will be a throw in. Demukwen allows the ball to go out of play. This time around, Nigeria will be defending their lines at the back. Benjamin Frederick is the man that was there to try and get the ball off him. Free kick given against South Africa. And that is talking about Benjamin Fred readies football for Belgian side. FCV Dende, face football. Long ball played forward. South Africa under pressure. Ngezani gets a touch. And a free kick given this time against the Nigerian player. The referee saying that you were pushing a man and really were going towards him. So free kick given this time around against Atolu. Rokodare, it is a free kick South Africa. 53 minutes of football have come and gone. The scoreline 1-1 to the two nations in a moment. South Africa looking for their first win in a World Cup qualifier against Nigeria. Question is, will they be able to do it this time around? That's the big question at the moment. Nigeria will looking to get back to winning ways also against Bafana Bafana. Long ball played forward. And the best of starts, I've got to say, Nigeria. We look at the way they've gone about their business in this World Cup qualifiers. Their first three matches are all drawn matches for Nigeria. They drew 1-1 against Lesotho, 1-1 against Zimbabwe, 1-1 against South Africa before eventually losing against Benin by 2-1. Then they record their first win. It was against Rwanda. So the only win so far have come both against Rwanda. 2-0 on the road and 1-0 away for Nigeria. All the other teams have managed to get at least a point from Nigeria. Benin getting 3 off Nigeria. It's a long ball played forward, this time collected at the back. Here they are now, middle of the park, ball played back to the goalkeeper. This time it is Bassi to Stanley Nwabali in goals for the Nigerians. Sends the ball over the center half. Long ball again in Ngezani, knocks the ball down. Osuna Paul is in the middle of the park, looks up, sends the long ball forward again. Bassi was standing by. Iwobi gets the ball back for the Nigerians. Plays it wide to the left-hand side, and a man coming in. It is Moses Simon. As the ball will throw into South Africa and Ngezani. Or it's Mdunyelo, I beg your pardon. To take for South Africa, playing the ball short to Tebo Mukwena. Mukwena gets the ball to Mdunyelo again over the center half. They've gone back into the owner of South Africa. Under pressure, Ngezani. All the way now towards Bogazi on the left-hand side of the field. 55 minutes of football have come and go, Mafa. Good switch from Bogazi. Long ball forward. Brought down by Nkota. Goes out of play. The idea was good. Just the control, not the best. Coming in, eventually ball collected.
He played the ball that was almost similar to the one that Sibilibili scored in that big game against Sundowns. You recall that?
It was a beautiful one, I've got to say. So just talking about changes made by Nigeria, also I can see we made another change in the second half. So here they are now going forward. It is Adele Bashiru in the penalty.